You want to hear how awful this sounds? I hate it.
What does that remind me of? That reminds me of... You want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Dang it.
It used to have a
Man, sit
straw,
down.
but...
No, this is what we're doing now.
Here we go, ready? We're starting the show. Oh, whoa!
Can we kill Ryan off right now?
Hello,
That's
everyone.
character, just him. Oh, fuck.
It always starts with Tim, too.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our show, Growing Campaigns, a show where we fumble through tabletop gaming remotely and try to figure it out and share it with you. We had, our normal technical difficulties, but we're here and having fun. I do have a new cocktail this month, but I will not be showing it off just yet. If you want to enjoy our cocktails while we go through our Spooky Boy campaign, join us 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or, if you're not available then, you could check out our VODs. Links will be in the description down below and on our website.
He's such a cocktail tease.
I could see you just stewing over there wanting to say something.
I had to sit back here and just pretend like I wasn't thinking it constantly.
Anyways, so with that little introduction, we can just jump right into our story. So, over recent events in Barovia, the UpDawgs survived the vampire feast at St. Andrew's. They had a disagreement which led to the departure of two of their party members, actually. So being down the couple members, they had a full laundry list of things to do, so they decided to argue about it for a while in the inn and decide they would investigate the Mad Mage of Mount Baratok. As per usual, they got sidetracked along the way, and this time, though, saved someone. No, it's fun. I don't care what you do.
Okay.
We did save someone
We did save someone. This
at the
time.
cost of 4 people's lives.
It was a young alabaster skinned girl with raven hair, about 7 years old, and she was saved from a burlap sack that was sinking to the bottom of Lake Zaravich by our Adonis, dumped there by a drunk who seemed to not care about any of his surroundings other than fishing. But fast forwarding past that, they were able to find the Mad Mage, and he wasn't as helpful as they thought he might be, but they were able to determine that he has some kind of madness and that a greater restoration would probably resolve that. Realizing this was a dead end for now, the UpDawgs made their way to the Vistani camp to return the rescued girl Arabelle. Here, I guess they met quite a few characters, Lavash and Argol, and Alexei, sorry. And upon returning Arabelle safe and soundly to Lavash, they were rewarded with a bunch of information and a reward, which Helena picked out. It was a onyx box with gold filigree. Lavash mentioned that if they get any information on the whereabouts or who killed his baby brother Raj, any casks of wine, he'd be willing to part with another gift if you're able to come up with that, or information on who took his daughter.
I should have held him to that.
I know exactly
We
who
have
did
the
it.
information. We get the reward, right?
At the cost of our necks.
I mean, reward first.
But before they left, Lavash pointed them to the Eastern Hovel to meet Casimir, and he told them the horrible story about the Dusk Elves, told them of the Amber Temple, and mentioned that he would escort them to Valakai, where they could ask him questions of the land if they want, as he's been here for quite some time and travels most of it. So with that, your initial conversation has ended with Casimir, and you're heading back northeast towards Valakai. He just packed up a few things, and before we get off, or before we head off, I guess, Buyo, you need to roll your Constitution saving throw.
You don't want to just take the one that I did off camera? Oh, this one's not any better. 7.
Oh God.
Is he
Well,
opening the box?
I already opened the box. It was full of tackle and worms and grossness. I would share this with all y'all.
What's the save for?
Tells us, hey, this
How
tackle
hungry he
box
is.
is full of bait.
That's right. Dude, not Casimir. You can't eat him. God.
And then
Just made a friend.
He ain't got no ears.
Buyo ain't got no canines like that.
You gonna suck the blood of a guy with no ears?
Hey,
Pretty
you
messed
guys
up
don't
even for
know
you,
this.
Booyah.
I'm discreet.
And he doesn't discriminate.
I don't.
Helena, would you remind me of the jewelry I labeled off last time?
Wow, you're calling me out already, huh? Sure.
I think I even started to write it down. I was like, oh no, Tim's got it.
So my notes are 6 pieces of shitty jewelry. Somebody made. Silver necklace, green emerald inlay, 2 silver rings, 1 silver ring with heart-shaped something or another jewel. That's the only one I did get. Bracelet with ruby inlay and a gold ring.
Wait, 2 regular silver rings?
2, 3.
Definitely gave Ryan, like he gave Gudrun, she gave Gudrun, Tim
The-
gave Ryan. Okay,
The gold
Yeah.
ring,
gold. Yeah.
because it didn't match.
Was it
the
just
rest.
the gold ring?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you
okay.
gave me the gold ring?
Did I?
You asked for it, didn't you?
Yeah, I got it. It's in my bag.
Oh, good. I'm getting rid of it then.
Okay, so I got silver
Now I have 4
necklace with
gold rings.
emerald,
Only
2.
One on
Just
each
need
finger.
one more to complete the set, or you could cut off a finger.
I'm gonna put them on for my dinner with Strahd. Gotta look
It's
my
weird how
best.
every ring fits everyone the same.
Well, you got 10 fingers, but
I didn't know that you picked up a pinky ring, a ring finger ring,
Yeah.
a middle finger ring, and an index ring.
It just happens
No,
to work out like that. That's
Or
just
did
the
you just
magic of this
find
game.
4 different sized
perfectly.
rings?
no, like a normal ring finger is like Gudrun Pinky.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I think
So how
all
did
half
the other
orcs
ones fit?
fingers are the same size.
Are they from like gold chain link fences? Like what is it?
Thumb rings.
Here's how I solve this. I'm gonna
Okay.
take
Big toe ring.
my my
Yeah.
precious metal necklace and I'm gonna put all of the rings on it and just. I've got 4 gold rings on my precious silver necklace or precious metal necklace.
Damn, he icy.
Hey, I got all this bling now.
Big pimpin'.
Most barbarians have like a necklace of bones, but he's got just 4
4 gold
small
rings.
gold rings.
What do I do with my 5 gems from Lake Zaravich?
Give them to me. It's fine.
No. I'll find a way to put them on my necklace. It's all right.
God, he's gonna destroy these.
How Gudrun became
Stones.
Flavor Flav.
Anyways,
Gudrun of Love.
So, the 5 of you begin your journey northeast back towards Valakai, and it is almost as the fog that has swarmed you all these days has, with relentless tenacity, has forgotten all about you. You can see dozens of feet into each direction of the forest. You could see all the way to the first bend in the path. Behind you is all the same. So the 5 of you are making your way towards Valakai.
I want to check out the crystal vial of red liquid that I've got. Try and discern what it is.
How would you like to figure it out?
Take my knowledge of the poisoner's kit that I've got and try to apply it, I guess. I don't know.
So what is Buyo doing is what I'm asking. Is he
he's looking at it, he's smelling it. He might even dare to put a drop on his pinky and taste it if the looking and smelling doesn't give him any warnings.
Okay, go ahead and make a intelligence check.
Ooh. Straight intelligence?
You can add your proficiency.
Ah. Is that +3 right now? It is. 18.
So you smell it, and it smells a lot like the healing potions, which you've dealt with a few times now.
Wonderful.
But as you look at it and you put a little bit on your pinky to taste it, there's something off about it.
Ooh.
There's this intense acidity that comes with it. It like sticking your tongue to a battery. Not that Booyah would know that specific feeling, but that's what's left on your tongue.
Is that like
tasting
an exciting jolt, or is it a potentially harmful one?
It's a potentially harmful one.
Oh, interesting.
Can't wait to be fed that.
We're gonna die.
It seems like I've got a healing potion over here.
Nothing weird about this one. I don't even know what battery acid is.
It checks out.
Go ahead and make a deception check if you're gonna announce that there's nothing strange about it.
He was just. I think he.
No, I wasn't saying anything to the group.
That's why I said if
I'm
you were
obviously
actually
examining it, though, if someone were to ask.
Cue Helena asking.
Hey, Booyah!
From like 20 feet.
What was that? Did you figure out what was in that vial I gave you?
Oh, yeah, I think it's a healing potion.
What?
What? Why are you shouting up to me? Oh, you're 30 feet behind us, that's right.
It gets more and more every time someone says
it's a healing potion. You remember those vials that, oh my goodness, Callie gave us in the death house? Or happy house?
Alright.
It's just like that.
Oh, like the healing potion I made a couple days ago.
Yeah, sure. I don't remember you making that, but cool.
Okay.
I can do the deception if you want.
Helena,
I
you should
believe
make
you
more
with
of
no
those.
insight.
It's fine.
While you're way back there, make more. Can you brew on the road?
No.
No.
Why can't you walk with us?
Oh yeah, you guys are right. I should probably walk with you. I guess we're gonna be
Oh, that's
protected.
much nicer, thanks.
I forgot we're under Strahd's protection until we get there.
I
Wait,
think he
you
could have
always...
transported us too. Would have been nice. Maybe some snacks.
Why don't you ask him when we get there?
Probably not.
He brought us here against our will. I agree with you, Gudrun. He could have sent something, or teleported us, possibly. If he's the ruler of this land, he's probably powerful enough to do something like that.
Casimir, do you have anything that can make us go faster?
Unfortunately, I can't help you there. But I can be company until you get to Valakai.
Do you only get jokes?
Do you know
No.
Rictavio?
Rictavio, that's not a name that it sounds familiar to me.
What were you gonna do if he knew about him, Gudrun?
I want to find him.
Why?
I don't know. He seemed like a chill bro.
Yeah, that's good enough.
I don't know. I just wrote in my notes here that I need to talk to him again. I can't remember why I was thinking that.
I think you're in love.
Might be.
So as all of you are walking, the gray skies of Barovia, along with the fog, seem to rescend quite a bit, and you can actually see like patches of sunlight that are illuminating the ground, and you could see whatever wildlife that it's touching all around it. You could just see the wildlife like trying to reach out, all the plant life trying to get whatever rays of sunlight it can, while there's actually some sunlight visible here in Barovia for the first time. There's no rain. The fog has seemed to let up quite a bit. And
Do we have shadows?
What?
Do we still not have shadows?
You do not have shadows, no.
Of course.
Can I assume it's Casimir's presence that's making this happen?
You could, or it might be the safe passage.
Does Casimir have a shadow?
Casimir does have a shadow.
God, son of a bitch, I'm so jealous of him.
Oh, I remember why I want to talk to that guy. Because he's from Caligo Terra, and he woke up by the lake, and that mad wizard made me mad because he was mad. But I thought maybe since they have the lake in common, and we have the Caligo... Oh. And then Gudrun's brain hurts because he's not actually that smart.
Gudrun, it's a different kind of mad. You're mad versus his mad. See, he's just crazy.
Oh, that's the
You're
most
just
sense
angry.
I've... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. And then I walk 10 feet ahead.
Guys, I think he's in love. No one talks like this if they're not.
Or confused. I mean, the two feelings are about the same.
Wow, we're learning a lot.
Oh, I did want to ask another question and I come back 10 feet. You ever hear of this weapon of vengeance? A sword of sunlight.
Are you getting in his ear?
Who does he really have a crush on?
I don't know.
A sword of sunlight? I wouldn't have anything to do with a sword, as I'm more of a procurer of magic things.
Yeah, this would be like a magic sword. I think made of light. That's what it... I think.
Madame Eva showed us a set of cards that told of a sword of light.
Madame Eva, you say?
Yeah.
I've had my dealings with her. She's... Well, I will say she is never wrong. Now, my question is, if she told you to seek out a sword of sunlight, what else did she tell you about this sword?
Well...
The House of
card
the
of-
Saint. That was...
Yep. It was
the
behind
thing?
the sun in the house of the saint.
God, your
think the
memory's
card was
impeccable.
called- The monk.
Gudrun says, not very smart, perfectly recites the card.
It's got a photographic memory, just can't put it
Just-
together all
Yeah,
the time.
doesn't know what to do with it.
He's
I'm an
actually
excellent
written it down on his
driver.
hand in ink.
That actually sounds very, very familiar to me. But let me ponder that one and see if I can figure that out for you.
Please, please.
And if you ever think of a stone dragon, you could let us know that too.
Anything more specific about the stone dragon?
It knows our enemy's secrets? I don't know. Something
a
like
fallen
that.
house guarded by a great stone dragon. Were to look to the highest peak.
I do know of a stone statue. You could look for Argynvost Holt.
Argon lost. Okay, that's not that bad.
It's like exactly how it sounds.
Yeah.
Argyn is the only weird
Adonis,
part.
I wouldn't worry about it. Gudrun has perfect memory. He'll recall this exact conversation. I'm starting to think he's the savant.
Yeah, he's a great lookup resource. He's a good search engine, I guess, if I were to put it.
Now, I've only heard of the fabled Argynvost Holt, but fables lead somewhere southwest of Valakai, near Perez, or what is left of Perez.
Wasn't there something else there? Gudrun, what else was in Perez? You know everything.
Wasn't it the temple the temple of Perez where we're looking for
Baba Yaga?
Baba Yaga? Or yep.
Look at you, Gudrun.
I
Alright.
believe so.
What's your last name?
Gudrun? First
Yeah.
name Gud, last name Ren.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't have a last name.
I don't remember that much.
I don't remember my family name. I
Interesting.
was separated at a young age, and I just know what.
So he
called
only
me.
has mid to short term memory. This is amazing. Okay, yeah. That's
Grape
awesome.
Smash number 3.
Just remember random
Ruins of-
things now.
Ruins of Perez. It's all coming back to me.
So in the ruins of Perez, there is an old crone. Her name is actually Baba Lysaga. It is a common misconception. Many people consider her to be the myth Baba Yaga. The two names are interchanged occasionally depending who you talk to. The word is
Saga?
Lysaga. Lysaga.
They love Y's in this.
Baba Lasagna?
The word is, though, that she is a very dangerous entity. And I've never come across her, though I feel like I saw her flying by on one day in this large, just dome-shaped something. This wicked creature just whizzed by, and I don't know if I got a good look of any of her details, but
That's perverse.
as for the ruins of Perez, unless you're going there to talk to this Baba Lysaga, I would avoid it until maybe you learn a few more tricks, if the legends are true.
Alright.
Do you think we could talk to her? Or is she hostile?
Well, she's known as a crazy recluse who lives in the ruins of an old, desolate town. It could really go either way. Maybe she'd like the company and enjoy conversation, or maybe there's another reason she's been alone all these years.
I mean, if we show up trying to do what we need to do, then she's probably not going to be very happy about it.
Or if we show up and do what we usually do, she definitely won't be happy about it.
Unless she's into that sort of thing.
I'll give you that.
Elena, don't you want to talk about the windmill while we're bringing up old stuff? I know you're with that windmill.
I think Buyo's more into the windmill now.
Oh yeah, that's right. Booyo wants the windmill.
He's got the deed, as he proclaimed a few
Buyo.
days ago.
Yeah, I got this deed to a windmill. We've been warned against going there. However, it's just so interesting sounding.
I mean, if it's close and, we can... If we
It's
have
on
time,
the way.
we
Gotta
we
get
might-
through this dinner first.
Yeah, we gotta at least make it there. So, we gotta really book it if we're gonna make a detour.
We can do it on our way back.
Oh,
Yeah, good call.
I must admit, I don't know much about this windmill. I do know there is one east of Valakai, but as most of the resources I need are here in Valakai, and my home is west of, I don't travel that way very often. So I do not know what dangers may be waiting you there, or why someone has told you to avoid it. But if it's abandoned towers you're interested in, there's one that looks very similar to an abandoned tower or an abandoned windmill west of Valakai. There's a cross in the road in 4 directions and a sign that will point you towards Lake Baratok. And there is where you'll find this abandoned tower. You've made it about halfway through your trip back to Valakai, just absolutely relieved that there's no harsh winds, the weather's pretty mild, and there's no rain overhead. And it's almost like there's this weight lifted off you as the fog still just seems to be plenty far away from you.
I like the sound of that tower. Sounds like you get a great view from the top.
They said it was ruined. I don't know what...
Well, I could climb.
I mean,
Look
we've
at
been
these.
to a ruined, what may have been a tower at one point. That's where you got your shoes, Buyo.
Oh, yeah.
We got that bar.
Wasn't that east of Valakai, though?
That was... No, that was west. Coming back from the winery.
Coming back from the winery, that's right.
Is there anywhere else you would like to know about, or anything you'd like to ask me?
Yeah,
So-
well, what were you doing with Lavash and Argol and the band of Vistani?
Well, you see, the Dusk Elves, myself included, have been bound to the Vistani for centuries. And hundreds of years ago, I actually took a Vistani family name.
What was that name?
You see, I don't remember. Hold on. I think it's Velikaz, but I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. Velikov. Casimir Velikov. That was close.
Vistani.
I took this Vistani name centuries ago, and if I'm being completely honest, most of the reasonable elders have passed now, leaving Lavash in charge. You see, the Vistani run a gerontocracy,
Right.
meaning
Of
that
course.
the oldest member in the group is their leader, which this particular band happens to be Lavash and his brother Aragol. I'm not particularly fond of the way they run things, but it is the Vistani way, so I just ignore it.
Yeah, they didn't seem to think too kindly of elders in other Vistani camp. Do you think they may have made up that situation themselves, if you know what I'm saying?
I don't have any evidence to prove that, but I would not put it past Lavash. He has a hot temper, and he's arrogant as they come.
Sounds a lot like someone else I knew.
So is there anything else you want from Casimir before you make your way to Valakai?
Should be good.
Yeah.
Alright. So the hour passes and you find your way back to Valakai. It was a pleasure talking with all of you, and I appreciate the escort to Valakai. I have a few errands I can run here while I'm here, so I appreciate it. And if you ever care to talk, or if you feel up to the task of escorting me to the Amber Temple, you know where to find me.
Right on.
So the entire hour passed. You make your way to Valakai. You see two guards on the western gate. He knows all 5 of you. Easy enough. Lets you into Valakai. But on this entire trip, there was not a stir of danger on the old Sphalich Road. There was anything looming in the tree lines. There's easy, quick path to Valakai. So while you are here, is there anything you'd like to take care of while in Valakai?
It's not gonna. You said it's. Am I on?
I mean,
Yes. It's not gonna deter our trip to getting to Strahd in time.
It was estimated to be about 14 hours. You could travel 8 hours reasonably without each day.
I mean, I would suggest we pick up, like, I don't know, Grushin used to have those hand axes.
Yeah, I'd like to get a couple of weapons if I can.
I mean, you just got 10 platinum, so...
Yeah, so I should be able. I think I could be able to pick something up.
And then we were told of...
R6 stockyard.
I think Adonis, when the first Booyo debacle happened,
Yeah.
was actually there when he heard it. I believe it was when you first came into Valakai, which would be the east end. Here we go. Yeah. So, you take your time to travel through the mile-long thoroughfare of Valakai, or so, and make your way to the eastern part, where you find a somewhat familiar stockyard. Let's see. At the stockyard, you see there's a bunch of like little just random shacks for storage, probably for renting, or maybe that's where they keep all of their wares. There's right at the center, there's a shed not much larger than the rental ones that actually has the sign Arasic Stockyard on it. In the stockyard, you can actually see parked all the way at the south end, there's a sturdy carnival wagon. Its colorful painting is peeling off. Faded letters on the side writes out the words Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders. And there's a
Oh my god!
and there's a heavy
We're never gonna
padlock
make it.
that secures the back door.
I'm gonna have to not talk to him that much right now, but now I know where to go.
But there's like a window you talk at, or is there like a
No, there's a door. There's
okay.
a door right under the sign. It's just a small shack, probably like 20 by 20.
I'm going in.
Oh, should we knock? Or you just go?
I guess I'll knock.
I'll follow your lead.
Yes, go ahead, come in.
I go in.
We go in.
Standing at the front are two short individuals behind a just cheaply made counter. They both have their names pinned to their shirt, which is Gunther and Yelena?
Gunther.
Ubuntu. Hello, Mr. Gunter.
Welcome to our shop. I know it is not the largest or the prettiest, but is there anything I can help you with?
I am in need of some adventuring gear. Maybe a weapon or two.
As you begin to talk to him and his what looks maybe his wife or partner, like whisper a little bit, and they start to get a little giddy in your presence. It's like, sorry, I didn't hear your question. Are you the UpDawgs?
Why, yes, we are.
You know, your name's been thrown around a little bit around town, and what you did at the St. Andrew's Church. Is it true?
Probably.
All of it.
Absolutely, it's all true.
It's very true. We are the heroes you have heard of.
What was
And I
your
stand
favorite
a
part?
little taller. And this is the weapon of legend as I draw a wolf bane. And she a beaut.
What a great weapon, but pales in comparison to the one who wields it.
I know.
Oh, wow.
His head's getting so big.
Oh boy.
We
His snout looking big.
We do appreciate what you did. To answer your question, our favorite part was, well, I guess the fact that our town guard actually participated. I kind of figured they would cower. You inspire hope in people around here, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, they had some good examples.
We lost some good men out there.
Well, because of who you are, and please keep this to yourselves, I will happily give you a discount on any of our wares. But I can't give them to you for free, as we do run a business. So, what is it that you're looking for again?
I would like your deadliest one-handed weapon. Preferably with a sharp edge. And a shield to protect myself.
He's tired of getting hit all the damn time.
I want an option.
Do you still get your, where you add your con modifier, your unarmed, if you have a shield?
I think I still get it.
Yeah,
I think unarmored defense with a shield.
I looked into this a lot when I was going to do the turtle.
Well, you're trying to have two shields though.
Well, I was trying to stack unarmored defense and defense and two shields.
I think unarmored defense worked, but it clearly says you can't stack two shields.
It's bogus.
It is bogus. You know what? I'm with Tim.
I don't think a shield counts as armor since it's not classified as all the armors like light, medium, or heavy. It's just its own category, shield, since unarmored defense is armor. It says while you're not wearing any armor,
it should say armor
equals 10. Oh, you can use a shield and still gain this benefit. There you go.
I knew it clarified one way or the other in it, like in the actual description.
Because I don't know. I mean, what's my armor? 15. If I bought some armor, or possibly, yeah. I guess I could. Well, if they had half plate armor, I'd be in better shape. Thank you, Red.
Nice.
Cookie
delivery. Delicious. Cookie delivery.
We do have some wooden bucklers, and much like your great axe there, we could sell you a battle axe. As for any half plate or significant armor, we don't really carry much past leather or hide armor.
Oh, that's okay. This will do.
Okay.
Also, do you have any Similar to this, but for throwing.
Yeah, we do have hand axes as well.
I would like 3 of those. Third one's the lucky one.
I wonder if he'll remember to pick him up this time.
Never again will I forget.
Famous last words.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, for the buckler, the 3 hand axes, a battle axe, and our discount, you're looking at 125 gold pieces.
Okay. How much is one of these little platinum?
1 platinum is 10 gold.
How many of those do I have?
10.
You have one. So you have 100.
So you have at least 100 gold in platinum.
Okay. Well, I've only got 15 gold otherwise, so all I have is 115. How much did you say it was?
125.
Here, Gudrun. I slapped one of the scimitars onto the table. We take that as part of his payment?
Oh yeah, the giant one?
No, though I picked up 2 other ones.
Oh yeah. Hold on. I'll reach in the bag and I'm just gonna grab out the 2 giant.
Well, the smaller ones, I feel like we could repurpose and sell. These giant ones, I don't think anyone other than yourself would come in and buy them.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, if you examine them, is it of the same caliber as, say, the battle axe would be?
I think these are more of a unique make.
I'm gonna say I hate to do this, but then I take off my bling bling and I put it out in front of them.
Well, you don't have to do that. The one smaller scimitar and your 115 gold would be more than enough.
Fair enough. Thank you so much, Booyo.
I'm just afraid I can't repurpose the large one you offered me.
That's all right. That's all right. So I'll stick the large ones back. I'll pat Booyo on the back aggressively. Hand over my Strahd bucks, which I am now broke. Worth it.
Now, you mentioned leather armors. Did you have studded leather armors? I don't think I can wait through my 4 days of leather curing and making the black armor.
Oh, yeah.
I want the black leather armor, though.
Unfortunately, we have padded leather and simple hide. No studded, I'm sorry.
What's the quality of your leather armor? Is it extravagant quality, or is it pretty average?
Average. Can you wear medium armor as a bard?
I think so.
I could, but I'm wearing leather armor now.
Yeah, what is your dexterity bonus?
+2.
So you could buy hide, which is the same as studded leather, but it only gives you a maximum of +2 dex modifier, which you don't have more than. So you could actually buy the hide armor, and it would bump
What's
you
it
up
start?
1.
Is it 12 +2, or is it?
Yeah, 12 +2 instead of 11. It's just a medium armor.
While this is happening, I have to pee. I'll be back.
Okay. Gudrun steps out the front.
Weapons.
Who needs weapons when you have a good book?
I'm only light armor.
Okay.
Who needs
That
a
I'm
book
proficient
when
in.
you have a good rat?
Who needs a rat?
I do.
I hide longingly, but I know in the back of my head that I couldn't use it quite as well as I'm using my current armor.
And the two of you in the back, is there anything I could help you with?
Unless you got anything magic, I don't know.
Well, I was hoping we could appraise this, and I'm gonna slap the jewel, one of the jewels that I grabbed from the bandit.
A bandit gem. Seems I'd be willing to pay you just 25 gold pieces for this.
That seems fair to me.
You can
And I'm
make
gonna
a
slap all 4 of my bandit gems on that table.
So he just slides the 10 platinum pieces that Gudrun just gave him to you for the 4 gems.
I'm gonna keep these gems.
Yeah, we can use gems. You never know.
You never know. I looked. I can't. But you never know.
I'm pretty sure Tim can. Helena can. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know how Strahd bucks translates to common gold, but I know gems are gems. So
Yeah, right
playing the long game.
right there. That's a
Stonks.
potion of command, 100 gold pieces of gem dust.
I have 100 gold pieces worth of gems. Just waiting to be dusted.
Gudrun, real quick, take your battle axe and smash these gems.
Dust them.
All right,
No,
I'll
don't.
smash them.
This is going to happen during a
Did you
battle.
wash your hands first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I don't have anything magical, unfortunately.
No magic text or
Rings.
even just like a trick card set or
I do have playing cards. There's nothing.
Is it the deck of many things?
oh.
I haven't heard of that one. I'm sorry.
Okay, like I think we're okay. Wait, do you sell just like general clothes and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh.
Here Adonis goes.
I mean, I'm not wearing anything great. I'd like to at least have a shoe that fits well and not a hole in it. I know Buyo gave me his shoes, but
Do you
know how
do you
well
have
those
anything to sharpen these blades?
Gudrun, I'm talking.
Why is Seth blue?
Because if he was green, he would die.
Aha! Actually, I didn't hear you, Ben. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I do.
Completely blocked me out.
So I could sell you just general clothing. Is there something specific you would like? Just commoner's clothes, or
I just don't want to look like a trash person.
I could send you traveler's clothes, which would be more comfortable out in the weather.
I think I'd like that.
For a full set, trousers, a shirt and vest, cloak over top, boots, the whole thing would be, let's see, 10 gold pieces.
Deal.
And-
slap a platinum down.
For you, Gudrun, I could sell you a whetstone.
He looks like a Gudrun.
Let me get. Are those just single-use type items? Like once you use it, it's gone.
I have no idea.
Can I say I'm buying 5, and if they end up being not single-use type things, can I get my money back?
Sure. I tried to find whetstone to see if it actually has a description or anything.
I looked it up, but it's on a homebrew page, so I don't know if it's actually.
Yeah, the whetstone doesn't say anything in here, but we could figure something out.
The homebrew thing says it like if you use it's like you get +1 to attack rolls.
Yeah, I mean I'd be fine with that for a short period of time. I was kind of thinking that or damage, one of the two.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and buy 5. I'll take 5,
Okay.
depending on the price.
I can sell them at 1 gold piece each.
Well, I've got 10 silver. I'll take 1.
No, Gudrun, I got you. Don't worry.
Why am I so poor?
You gave a bunch of you gave a bunch of money to Father Lucian, like 45 gold
Yeah.
or something, and said, "I have no
was
use
like-
for money."
Yeah. At the time, I didn't.
I'll pay for that, Gudrun. Don't worry about it.
Thank you, Adonis. I am forever indebted to you
Oh God.
until I pay you back.
Okay. It was. You're getting how many? It's 5 or
5.
Yeah, 5 gold.
And he'll never forget that he owes you money.
Okay.
Never.
I need to write that down. Okay, so I owe
not
Seth
pay
a
me back,
scimitar.
I swear.
Gudrun, I was
Bulio.
thinking, while you're doing that, Why don't you name your hand axes? That way, you're connected to them, so you won't forget them.
I'll need 4 names total. 1 for each hand axe and 1 for the old battle axe. I will think on this. I'll name them after my first victim
No.
that I slay with my axe.
Oh no, Booyo axe.
Oh shit.
Just kidding.
I was half listening.
Looking around, is this more of like a just clothing and armor and weapons, or is there like just a general goods kind of thing?
General goods, but nothing expensive.
Like, do I see anything? Because I've seen Helena brew some potion before. Do I see anything that would help out?
Yeah, there's flasks of oil. They even have like a stack of parchment. They have. Let's see if they have vials. Yeah, they have vials.
Okay. I'm
The
gonna
first time ever we've
nudge
actually done
Helena
stuff.
and be like, maybe you could make some more of those health potions. I don't know. Really don't know what it takes. They have some stuff.
They have some stuff. I have some stuff. The health potion was really made because I found a rare herb that made it possible to make that health potion.
They could have it behind the counter. You don't know.
Sir, you might happen to have random herbs like, I don't know, Illuminator's cords. They're red. If that helps.
No, I can't help you with that herb in particular. I'm sorry.
Well, how about some of those vials then? You can never have too many vials or rats. I'll take either.
Well, there's plenty of rats that wander in between the stock, or within the stockyard, in between the storage sheds. If you'd like to catch one, I hope I don't have any in this shed personally, but the vials will run
You
you.
have at least one.
I'm just gonna let that one go. The vials, though, I could sell five gold apiece.
I'll take 5. Wait,
Okay.
I'll take 3.
So with with things like the healing potion, something you've learned and don't already know, you can take time, like downtime during rests or whatever, to try different things to discern more things about it or try to figure out other ingredients. Okay, well, it's been a very lucrative day for me. Is there anything else I can do to help you?
I think we got all what we wanted. Or what we could get.
Do you want us to sign anything, the UpDawgs, before we leave?
Sure. And he slides over a like an ink jar, a quill, and a piece of parchment.
I'm kind of scared to sign that. You might fill it in with some weird stuff. But,
Just
I'll
UpDawg
write-
shop here.
Just sign it somewhere random, so I can't. Just put it at the end of the document or something.
I'm just kidding. You wouldn't do that. You're a fan.
I'll use the goblin writing that I'm pretty sure my mentor just made up. It isn't real. And just write farts on the paper. You're not gonna know. I mean, hey, I'm 17. Right. I can write. I should have wrote boner. You're right.
That's awesome. I'll just write
Boner
Gudrun in
farts.
the work.
There.
Orcish Gudrun.
And because you've done such a great deed to our town, and because I don't know that I'll ever sell it, I'll hand this over to you, and he gives you a vial of acid.
Cool. I love acid.
How
Sounds
old
like
a vial of acid?
Sounds like a Booyo thing, but I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that.
Elena, you should study that.
You can throw it up
You
to.
can learn to reproduce it.
You can throw it up to 20 feet. It shatters on impact. You make a ranged spell attack, and it does 2d6 acid damage.
Can you
owl
coat
bombs.
stuff with it?
What?
Can you like coat your weapons with it or anything?
Sure, if you want it to dissolve the steel.
It's true.
Or wood.
Yeah.
I guess you could if it was a magical item. Acid wouldn't eat through a magical weapon, but a plain one it would.
But we don't have any. Too bad.
His axe is stainless steel, and you know it.
It's magical enough.
Yes, they
There's
did
lots
know.
of chromium. In
They
these
knew to
hills.
put 13% chromium
Yeah.
in the steel to ensure it wouldn't corrode.
Yeah,
That's
chromium,
not all,
guys.
folks.
I know all about chromium.
So, finished with the shopkeeper. You gave him your autograph. He gave you a free acid vial.
When Gudrun turns to leave, I want to buy another hand axe because I don't trust him.
Okay, easy enough. So,
Just tell me how much it is, and then I'll.
yeah. All right, so you're heading east towards the Morning Gate, some also known as the Morning Gate. Get it? O and OU. Haha. Anyways, we'll take a quick break at the Morning Gate.
Morning Gate.
Perfect.
Puns.
Man, I already peed.
I'm gonna
Now
pee
we're
so
right
hard
to-
right now.
Oh yeah, let's go pee.
Oh yeah.
Brian, you watch us leave.
I will.
Hi, Tim. Oh. He can't hear. Maybe he can. Now he can hear.
What's up?
Hi.
Got me some flaming hot popcorn again.
Did you take off the dust from the Cheetos and then put it on your popcorn? Or
Someone did.
someone did?
It wasn't me. But you can't touch them because then everything you love will be covered in flaming hot dust. So I just eat out of it, this thing like a trough. It works. You really got the short end of the stick, Booyah, with your death ability.
That's made it really interesting for me.
It has.
Helm unleashes bugs once and it hurts Booyo.
Yeah, I can do that, but I'm vulnerable to disease.
Yeah, and Booyo's not certain that bug attack came from Helena. There's a lot of evidence, but he's not certain.
I mean, do you expect it to be one of the guards?
I didn't know Valakai very much to know that bugs wouldn't just randomly crawl out of the
Yeah.
ground and attack people.
And only you, not the person that was directly holding you. Not both of you, because I've been fine with that. It was only you.
Because if it was both, it'd be like, get off of me and like drop you, and then
If it was both, I would have probably used him again by now.
you should do
But the
it.
way they had this weird vendetta,
We don't know what
Booyah.
Gudrun's problem is because we've
got
never. Yeah, but like, what's the bad part?
he looks like a dog.
No,
No.
the bad part is he can't stop himself.
There's got to be
Yeah.
something.
No,
Oh,
that's
that's
what it is.
We haven't, but we haven't really seen it.
No, we haven't
every
really seen
time
it.
I've passed every time, but it's like, I mean,
I feel like my level just gets harder and harder and harder. It doesn't matter if I make it or not. I just never get it.
I don't know if he's just he forgets to call me out on it. I don't know. Maybe I just
More fun to
am
call out
that good.
Booyo.
It really is, I guess. See, but my fear is when it really counts. I think I did happen once. I think it was with Strahd when he attacked. When he came after us and he took Callie, I think I failed and had to attack him.
Oh, that doesn't seem like a handicap. Not
Oh,
to
these are
Booyah.
Seems like something you might do anyway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Actually, when I like Went to go
You
squeeze
okay
the
there?
old man.
You got something. You gotta let things get through the throat before you start forcing out words.
Yeah.
The cookies.
When I went to go squeeze the fisherman, I thought he was going to make me roll then. And be like, let's see if you kill him on accident out of your pure rage.
That would have been perfect.
That would have been ideal for
Then
Booyah.
Adonis wouldn't have attacked Booyah, and Booyah wouldn't have this idea in his head.
Fuck
no.
Idea.
you. Let's go, buddy. I'll take
It's
you to
not
the
me, it's
woodshed.
him, I swear.
Take
What's
you to
gonna
the
happen is
woodshed.
you guys are gonna fight, and then me and Gudrun are gonna pick sides, and then Gudrun's gonna kill me. So I'm gonna be the only victim.
And everyone's gonna stop and be like, what are we doing?
He's not
Helen's
gonna
dead.
need to, but he's not gonna be able to stop.
So you're picking Booyah's side then?
I mean,
I think so. I think it's been established.
Booyah's
I
never
think
shot
Adonis would
grass,
pick Booyah's side if Booyah wasn't gonna.
All
If
right.
he wasn't mad at Adonis.
All right, Booyah, it's your objective to take Helena to Strahd's place.
I don't know. She's pretty easygoing.
Shirley admitted that she joined Strahd.
It's not
Can't
that
remember
bad.
if that was Tim or Helena.
It's both.
God. You know, you gotta separate the art from the artist, you know? It's
He hasn't done anything bad.
nothing ever.
We're just taking Ismark's word for it.
I don't know why you cut out every once in a while, Ryan.
Yeah.
That's
it
weird.
happened.
It's where we get
I feel
a
like
little
it's
bit
your
far from
the mic threshold. Yeah, I feel like the mic threshold is set a little too low.
Yeah, if you look
Okay.
at different direction,
Too
like so you're not
low. High.
projecting at it, it cuts out.
Well,
This
do I need
damn
to...
sock.
I have the automatic sensitivity. Should I turn that off? Set it lower? Maybe that's the better one. Is this seem better?
That's what I had to do.
I don't know. Turn away from the mic and talk.
Check 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 7.
Now go in the other
Seems
room and
better.
stop playing with us.
Okay, so we'll pick up. You were leaving the Arasic stockyard, making your way to the eastern gate, the morning gate. On your way, as you approach, you see two guards that you've had the privilege to fight beside. It's actually Leah and Falcon.
Oh, Liam.
Ah, Captain Falcon.
You see, speaking of Captain Falcon, that they have a much nicer quality pike, and their armor has actually been upgraded from chain shirts to a polished half plate.
Wow.
Promotion.
You get a feeling as they maybe have gotten a promotion from surviving the Feast of St. Andrew's Church.
We didn't get anything.
Wow. Look at that shiny new armor. Wonder where our new stuff is. Oh, we didn't get a raise, did we, boys and girls?
Uh-huh.
We got this vial of acid.
I throw the bottle of acid at them.
Thunderclap.
Oh,
Well, it's not up to me what happens, Gudrun.
I honestly didn't think that the Baron had it in him to shell out any extra cash for all you guys.
Trust me, we were surprised too. You could ask him yourself. I'm sure he'd be willing to accommodate if you did.
After I dropped all this coin. All my Strahd bucks.
You enter a room full of hand axes.
we're not really good at talking with the Baron. We'll take
Has he had a change of heart?
Same
Or is
guy.
he still the same old...
Same guy.
I'm still not a fan of him then. Even if he has given you your just rewards for participating and vanquishing the foes.
I've made an oath to the god. I'll leave it at that. You can have your opinions, but if you're on your way, we can raise the gate for you.
Yeah, just passing through.
Sound the trumpets as well.
Okay.
And I'll walk away. Still confident from the shopkeep's admiration.
I'll use prestidigitation just to make a little. Purr.
So you could hear the rusted chains complain in agony as the portcullis, adding vowels and words, is raised by is raised by Falcon and Leah. As you pass, you begin making your way east down the Old Svalich Road. Once again, your favorite
I finally
road.
got to say it.
You look over your shoulder and you can see him just make a quick note in a ledger that you left. You travel down the slightly curving eastward stretch of the Old Svalich Road, and to much of your surprise, the fog is still leaving you be. The weather is comfortable, and for the first time you are traveling comfortably on the Old Svalich Road. No freezing rain, no harsh winds, and you could see your surrounding environment.
Wow.
Should we, Buyo, sing us a tune?
I don't know how to sing, Gudrun. I can play us a tune, though.
Play us a tune as we walk.
I know he's
On
gonna
this-
fiddle it, right?
On such a day, I can even handle a fiddle.
Ooh.
I'd gladly oblige. You can play some song about what's the foliage like? Are there any sort of flowers or colorful plants
It's a
along the road?
mostly evergreen forest that is everywhere, but you can see random. You could see occasionally when you've made your way off the path, like budding flowers, and you could see the ones that are actually in what little rays of sunlight are actually starting to bloom. White pansies, a couple tulips, bunch of wildflowers, lots of weeds everywhere.
Some crows.
Well, the wildflowers are going to be the focus of this tune that I play.
Ooh.
Little solemnness from the evergreens, but not overshadowing the brightness of the flowers.
That's beautiful.
So do we roll a Constitution save for tears, or?
And
I have a question for DM.
sure.
I forget where it was when Buyo saw the hangman version of himself. Was it? Are we headed in that
the
direction?
Fork in the road,
that by the
kind of. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was like super far east. It was actually the first crossroad you met
Okay.
after Barovia, so it was even before the Serpul.
Okay. So, I mean, we're headed there, but not really.
You wouldn't.
Not at all.
You actually wouldn't head
Okay.
south because you'd go, instead of branching south, you'd continue east towards Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, DM.
So much like your Song of Rest, Buyo just finds the perfect rhythmic tunes to follow the sway of what gentle breeze there is, and somehow personifying the solemn evergreens and the bright wildflowers, which you don't often get to see, and it is quite the scene laid out. So can I have your marching order as you travel eastward down the Old Svalich Road?
I'm skipping forward, playing this tune,
yeah.
leading. I'm the drummer boy.
Yeah, we'll do like a diamond formation. We got Buyo in the front, me and Gudrun, and then Helen on the way back.
Not way back, alright? It's a nice day. She's in the
Why?
back
Why are you closer when it's
She
nice
likes to
out?
She likes to hear the music.
because there's no threats.
So
There's threats, you fall
you
behind.
could get taken so easily from the back, though.
You can
See-
take it from the front.
We
The
don't
whole-
see it.
You can get possessed and then taken from the front.
Exactly.
Yes, sure.
I know better than to run forward.
You can cast darkness from anywhere.
The whole time I thought you were
I'll
being
just look.
considerate because your smell, you were staying back.
No.
It all comes to life.
Fight breaks out.
For the first time, I realized Helena smelled.
Anyways, so you make your first hour down the Old Svalich Road, and the trip is uneventful, which is a huge relief compared to the struggles you've had in the past.
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Continuing to play, there's a second uneventful hour. Not even so much as rustling branches or mysterious noises coming from the thick evergreen tree line. You now make it your third hour, and you're reaching a clearing in the woods that led you north to Lake Zaravich. Seeing the clearing has some of you replaying Irina's rendition about the Mad Mage for the first time. Remembering Irina's rendition of the story brings back a few memories of companions lost, Irina, Ismark, and Callie. So, continuing down the road, you find yourself at a bend in the path where the road narrows. Here you just kind of scrunch down to a single file line as the evergreen branches stretch out far into the path. You kind of have to dodge them. You do take a note that the branches look far less menacing now that there's not fog spilling out and you could see where they come from. The bend in the path transitions to a southwest direction towards the old windmill. Though it's not in sight, it's been a few days now, but you still vividly remember this stretch of the path. And you're now at the end of your fourth hour.
Should we stop for lunch?
Gudrun, do you need help finding food? I will help you find food.
I have a couple days of rations, but it may be a good idea to stock up along the way.
It is a lovely day for finding food without fog.
Well, Helena and I are going to find some food.
Go ahead and make a survival check. Helena, you can make an additional one or help him and give him advantage.
I'll do a separate. So I have a
Wow.
plus 10 survival.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, it's going to be a 9.
I got a 28.
So, Gudrun with this, like, newfound arrogance, like, Helena is quietly like, hey Gudrun, you think we could eat these? And, oh yes, I found them myself. This is great. Thank you, Helena. Just
That's
kind
my
of...
wander treat for the day. It doesn't say how I find food and water once a day for me and 5 others. It just says that I find it.
Helena, you can collect wildflowers if you'd like. There's plenty of roots. Echinacea, even. You find plenty of evergreen pines, which is something you need. Yeah. So you can mark down Echinacea,
Alright.
evergreen pines, and you even find, with a 28, another very rare Ilmater's cord.
Ooh.
If you find any black tulips, I need those for my Animal Crossing island. Thank you.
While Gudrun and Helena were off gallivanting in the forest, I'd make an odd comment to Adonis that, this weather really reminds me of back at Calico Terra, and then my quest that I was on. It's honestly, it's bolstered my spirits and reminded me of what I need to get done when we get out of here.
Yeah, hopefully we can both go back to a bit of normalcy. Find the things we were looking for.
What is it that you were looking for, Adonis?
Just some people that maybe vanished out of my life.
I could say the same thing. They didn't necessarily vanish from my life, but I was actually taken away from them.
Oh,
And
mine were taken away from me.
They're brothers.
Wait, I did have a halfling brother.
well, it does seem that we have
No.
common goals. I'm now on the search for my mother. It's been years since I've seen her, since I was taken away.
Do you ever think we just weren't meant to find these people?
And it crosses my mind every day, but I don't let it get me down. I don't let it stop me from trying. How about you?
I think I just need to find my old mentor and everything will be just fine.
Why is it a mentor you need to find?
He knows a lot more magic than I do, and I don't know. He also vanished around the same time, so if I find him, maybe I find my family.
I wish I had a mentor that I wanted to find. Mine was abusive and dangerous.
Have we walked back over to this conversation yet?
We'll say at this very point, you are now meandering over back.
Just want to be in the know, you know?
Oh, mine was just jovial and homeless.
Jovial and homeless. Well, I was just taken out of a shop, pretty much, and then I had disappeared inside of a wagon. I was there for years. I didn't know if I would survive the next day, so I had to take any chance I got to get food and, wait for my opportunities.
Is that how you became a performer? A fiddle player?
No, I had always been talented at that. That's probably the reason why this mentor took me.
Oh.
I don't really know what his motives were, other than I don't know, I was never in a good situation, and he maybe thought he was putting me in a better one in some odd, twisted sense. But I never forgave him for that. And once I got away, I made it my quest to make it back to my mother.
Well, hopefully we can help each other with our goals when we get out of here. And if not, I hope you can find what you're looking for.
Yeah, me too. It's been a long journey so far, and it's not been pleasant in any way until this last day.
Well, if you guys ever need somewhere to stay after this is all over, you can always come back to my swamp. Always have room for more at the swamp. It's a good swamp.
I've heard enough about it. I need to see this swamp.
So you're interested then?
Oh, I'd love to go to the swamp, meet your dad, maybe, stay
You won't
for
meet
dinner.
my dad at the swamp.
Why not?
Oh. Well. I don't want to talk about this. Is a good day. It's a happy day.
I was about to start dramatic music up again.
Helena doesn't do that. Not since the accident.
Not since the Fire Nation attacked.
I mean, I wanted to offer to help you with whatever you had after this, too, but, you just want to seem to talk about swamps.
That is what I have after.
You're just going to go to swamp, and then what?
In a swamp.
That sounds great.
What a perfect life you live, Helena. Free of worries, duties, and responsibilities.
Yeah, I wish I had a swamp.
Gudrun, you could.
It could
I
be
would
our
share
swamp.
my swamp. It could be our swamp.
Maybe I will make claim to part of this swamp.
Oh. Well, I don't know about
I don't
claim,
know.
but
I don't like these possessive terms, but...
you can't own land. I mean, it's land. It doesn't belong to anyone.
I'm not big into the swamp life,
Oh.
Too
But you're missing
murky
out.
and gross and wet.
You just 180'd real quick, Gudrun.
Well, the more I thought about it, I realized I hate swamps almost as much as I hate the fiddle.
Oh. Jeez,
But on a
that's
day like today, anything is possible.
very
We're not gonna-
to a fiddle.
We're not going to be friends very long after this, are we?
Who knows?
Have you wrestled an alligator before, Gudrun?
I certainly have.
Well,
Wow.
you can wrestle a lot more in the swamp.
How big are your gators in
Bigger.
the swamp?
Biggest gators you've ever seen.
Wow.
Your talking sounds sexual, but it's not. It's like, I'm trying to figure out what you're insinuating, but there's nothing.
I don't really know
There
either.
is no. This is an innocent conversation.
So you wrap up your lunch and you continue down the road. You're now working on your 6 hour, and you're beginning to tire a little bit from the journey. And you are starting to wonder if this feeling really is relief, or maybe a little bit of boredom. These are probably been the easiest 6 hours of your time here in Barovia.
It's relief.
Be scared to call it boredom.
It's so easy right now. Imagine what a heck of a trip it's gonna be on the way back.
If we do make a trip back,
Oh, God.
That's what I am worried about.
does anyone know what we're gonna say to him? Maybe we should think up a plan or a script.
Oh, we don't know what he's going to say to us.
Udrin pulls up a piece of notes. Number 1 just says, "Where's the baby?" Crossed out, rewritten, crossed out, rewritten again. Number 2. I'm not sure what to start with.
Well, is there anything we shouldn't say? I guess he probably already knows everything that we know.
Let's just not bring up Ismark and Irina. Not.
Good call. What if he asks us about them?
Well, depends what he asks, I guess. I don't know.
We'll just say we've gone our separate ways. We could not see eye to eye.
Why would we lie?
Yeah.
They just
Helena,
they
it's best maybe you and I do not speak.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That's not funny.
Whenever we talk, bad things tend to happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Except, really, the only person that talks, and actually bad stuff happens when anybody talks. We're just cursed.
Well, you
Maybe
continue.
we just ask him why he brought us here. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
That is something that I am extremely curious about. Why we were chosen.
We'll take Buyo's lead, and then if he starts addressing us individually, or if we see it going a little out of control, we can talk. That's the more likely.
If he
There's a little
pulls a
side
blade,
eye.
let's not flick it.
Finally, you've
Yeah,
made
please
it
move on.
to about your 7th hour or so, and you are now passing a familiar landmark. The old windmill, and here is about the halfway point, putting you just behind schedule of where you need to be to get there.
No, not doing
If
no.
we push further tonight, we can get a good rest, and then it'll be all over tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. Good call. We have to do the right thing for once.
The viewers are gonna be like, "Ah!"
All 3 of them.
I think you're gonna be more upset than anyone.
I probably will be.
This will be our
That's
first
not-
stop
it's not
after
in-
our dinner.
That's not what Booyah wants, though. That's just what Seth wants.
So do we have an idea that we could make it there with the rest of our travel tomorrow? Or would we have to push through tonight a little further just to make it there on time tomorrow?
You could
'Cause we'll
probably
stop earlier.
you could probably go a little further tonight without any repercussions, but this is about the halfway point. It's been a little over 7 hours. So it'll be an early morning, and
Could we push through until we
Yeah. On the way back. Fingers crossed we don't die.
Okay, if there's a way back, on the way back. If not, we ask as our last request to see the windmill.
Strahd, will you please take us to the windmill?
Teleports us, we get pissed off because why couldn't you teleport us to the castle, you asshole?
It's just a donkey.
Strahd's just a donkey.
So you continue to push on a little bit, just traveling down the winding valley path in the Balanak Mountains of the Old Svalich Road, which you know. You're now becoming fairly exhausted with the elevation changes and the winding path. You've already caught up a little bit of time, just this last little bit here. You could continue to push on, and risk being exhausted.
Nope, we're not doing that.
But if we rest, it'll go away.
Or you can rest.
We are under the protection of Strahd, so
We can blame him if
All right,
protection doesn't do us any good.
we'll take a quick 8-hour nap.
Yep.
That's the perfect amount of nap.
So, you set up camp, making a campfire, maybe? Yes? No?
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, I'll even.
I ain't scared.
Would you even go as far to say you would
I would create a bonfire.
create a bonfire?
Oh my goodness.
Bonfire. So, you find a comfortable place just outside the path, and you're all warmed by the bonfire created by Helena. And enough of the clouds are actually parted for you to see some of the night sky here in Barovia.
How many moons are there?
There is light coming from what seems to be one singular moon, or reflection from the moon.
Is it made of cheese? Or nice, tall, cool Budweiser?
It smells like it's made of smoked Gouda.
Wow, smell it from here.
It's just Helena.
Didn't even. Oh. She took her socks off.
That's from Munda cheese.
Gross. Anyway, so you take a few moments to notice the stars in the sky, and I don't know if you're gonna have anybody on watch.
I will let my owl keep watch if everyone's cool with it. And it can telepathically awake me or
Cool with it.
hoot at me.
Woot.
So you all
Helena
find
wants to show off her cool sleeping trick and wants to find a rock. A
Okay.
big rock. Like a boulder. Or a mountainside.
Are you gonna meld into? Go ahead. Just do whatever you do.
well, you are weaving through the Balanak Mountains. Essentially, there's tons of elevation changes and just walls of stone in some places.
Walls of stone. I would love to ritually cast meld into stone. Into some stone.
This
Easy
is
enough.
gonna be the worst because we won't be able to wake her up.
I'll see you guys in 8 hours.
And with that,
Creepy.
you all find rest. Some of you on your backs next to the warm, now like smoldering fire. Some a part of a mountainside somewhere close by. And the sun begins to rise, and it was a full, uneventful night.
Gotta get them hit dice back.
You were welcomed by more surprisingly pleasant weather.
Wow. This is the greatest day ever.
Except
For now.
I am very uncomfortable. At this point, I gotta be
Sweating.
sweating.
So you spend
No
another.
enemies to bite.
So, you all wake up at the
Step on
campsite
the rock.
on time.
8 hours. I get spit out anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
It's my alarm clock. I should be up cooking breakfast or something.
Woo woo. You got the woo woo.
Booyo. You wake
no.
up feeling completely parched, exhausted, almost like you didn't have a full night's rest. You have the rest, but you have a point of exhaustion.
God.
Your skin is pale white, and your eyes are like beady, just blood red irises surrounding your pitch black pupils. And I'm talking like translucent, pale white everywhere. Anything that's revealed.
Oh God. So how about we get going, guys?
Are you okay?
Booyah, you don't seem to look so good.
What?
Did your eyes change?
I can't see them. Did they?
What
Yes.
color are your eyes normally?
Not that
Blue.
color.
Yeah, they're totally red. What's going on?
Let me make it a very loud gulp. Remember what I told you guys on the road? Just like twitchy. Right after Callie was taken.
Takes a step away.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll draw straws.
No, I'm not.
I think I don't know what's gonna happen. I feel tired, and I'm thirsty, but I think I can keep going like this.
Well, I think if anyone would have some extra food laying around, it'd be Strahd. For you. maybe we just hope he's got some. Little drink.
I'm sure he'll have quite the feast for you, Booyo.
If you can make it.
Booyah doesn't laugh. I'm laughing.
All right. Let us be on our way. We do not want to be late.
In your
Just got this tick now.
in your folder,
Twitchy.
I added a little note to your developmental notes.
Okay.
Growing campaign.
Growing
Your
campaigns.
folder.
We're making notes together.
Looks
This
like I
Booyah
got
evil.
Booyo's notes right here.
Who's he gonna kill?
Booyo's the most evil halfling in the world.
He's gonna suck us all down.
He won't
Every
rest
last drop.
until you're dry. Interesting comment.
Interesting. Puzzling.
What will
some
he
would say.
drain first? Interesting.
Okay.
Keep your at the front of the line so you can keep an eye on you.
So, speaking of, are you continuing with the same marching order?
Yeah, I mean, Booyo can twiddle his thumbs all he wants up there.
Yeah, no, I'm
Can,
pulling my fiddle out again. This is like super early morning, right?
Yeah,
We
well,
didn't
8 hours is probably like 9 or 10.
dally. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm pulling my fiddle out again. It's gonna be
8 or 9.
a little more chaotic of a tune, and a little more
Make sure
dissonance.
you-
Easy.
How many strings do you break?
I don't break any. I come close though. It's like one of those tunes where just something in the background is off, but it still sounds happy in the
He's
front.
just doing that like sound they do in horror films. That just like starts real quiet and gets louder until It's hard to describe, actually, now that I think about it.
So you continue down the road, a couple more hours, again, just more nice weather and nothing seeming to bother you at all. Probably about 3 hours have passed now. And you find yourself now at a little bit of a clearing as you walked into a little more dense foliage. The clearing reveals huge rusted iron gates. The gates are sitting open, anticipating your arrival. The dirt road that goes through the gates splits off into two, east and southeast. The east has broken down cobblestones, showing that it was once like a well-traveled thoroughfare, where the southeast is the way you made your way to Valakai. Parked at the fork in the road, pointed east, is a large black carriage drawn by two pitch-black horses. The horse's snorts just puffs steamy breath in the cool mountain air, and the side of the carriage swings open, facing each of you.
Yeah, let's get in.
Poor little guys.
Okay. Who's first?
I'll go in.
I'll go in.
You look inside. You look
Yeah.
inside, and there is no one in the carriage. No one driving, no one in the passenger portion. But there's a room for 8. So the 4 of you comfortably sit within the dark interior. And as we'll say,
Could have stopped at the windmill if we knew this was happening.
we'll say Buyo enters last. The doors on their own just eerily close behind you, sealing you inside this dark horse-drawn carriage as it makes its way down the old cobblestone road.
He wanted to say Spallich so bad.
I will keep Weird Al flying above the carriage and following.
After a few hours winding through the forest craggy mountain peaks, the road takes a sudden turn in the startling, awesome presence of Castle Ravenloft's towers before you. You made it. The carriage comes to a dead stop before 2 twin turrets, broken for years of exposure. Beyond these guard towers, there's a precipice of a 50-foot wide chasm. Just completely fog-filled chasm that disappears into unknown depths.
So this is where all the fog went. They must have taken it out of the sky, put it into the chasm.
Now I know fog engineer. I don't know if that's how it works.
There is a lowered drawbridge of old, shored-up wood stretched across the whole chasm. There's an archway on the other side that you can visibly see leads into the courtyard of Castle Ravenloft. The chains of the drawbridge just creak in the wind, the rust-eaten iron complaining with every subtle movement. The carriage begins to take you across the now complaining wood planks and iron chains as you make your way safely across this, I guess, less than ideal drawbridge. As you approach, you can see just towering walls with gargoyles all over the side of the building, staring at you with their hollow eye sockets and their hideous smiles. There's a rotting wooden portcullis with green growth that just hangs open above the entryway. Beyond this location, there's the main door that leads into Castle Ravenloft, which it stands wide open with the images of rich, warm torchlight from sconces within, just illuminating the courtyard and the tunnelway.
I would assume the rich, warm torchlight casts a nice glow on Buyo's now ivory skin.
The carriage takes you through the portcullis into the courtyard and turns slightly, and the doors open for you to exit.
Well,
We'll hop out.
yeah, shall we?
Last in, first
Sure
out.
does know how to treat a guest.
Yeah.
As you exit,
They want this nice Avelica.
relieved that the carriage itself made its way across that rickety drawbridge. You look up and you see a giant window in an iron frame that just has small pieces of glass still attached to it, most of it shattered. You look forward at the entrance door that's open, and you see about 20 feet down this hallway there's another door closed.
I guess I start walking toward the door.
Yep. I am.
Just
Yep.
really quietly, just not talking. Very
I'll be
nervous.
last.
Finally, you're last.
We'll go.
I like
Well-
horses.
We'll go by who.
I am. Buyo is not nervous in this. He's fine to lead.
Oh, then I would allow that. I would definitely
we'll go.
welcome it.
Buyo, Adonis, Gudrun, Helena.
It works.
You pass in
He's even
the.
probably got this saunter and his arms wide as he is approaching this door.
Oh, I messed up. I had a fun carriage. This is what it sounded
Fun
like.
carriage. Oh.
Yeah.
It was
There
all
is.
up here.
That's all that matters.
Now what's happening? Oh,
Well, you pass
Sounds
into the
good.
open door, and you begin to approach the closed door. About halfway there, the door just slowly swings open for you, revealing a grand hall.
Strahd, we are here on your invitation.
Do you stop and just yell?
No, I'm continuing to walk through. I probably say this right before I would go through the door.
You pass through, and you enter a grand hall, and you can hear the faint sound of music playing from another room, but you can't quite make out the tune. You look over.
What's it coming? What's the instrument?
You'll find out probably as you get a little closer.
Okay.
You just hear kind of muffled. You can recognize music. You can't recognize exactly what it is, though. You look up as you enter this grand hall, and there are 4 stone dragons on each of the supporting pillars that just look down at you.
Stone dragons.
great.
You guys look behind you and notice Helena's, 15 feet behind.
Occasionally, you can see the stone dragon's eyes just flicker when the torchlight catches theirs. You continue.
I'm gonna call out again. Strahd, you would keep us waiting.
Oh,
You are sitting in an entryway. There's another doorway, or I guess an archway, that leads into another large opening with just giant vaulted ceilings. You can see all the way through that room where there are 2 brass double doors closed.
is that where the music's coming from?
Well, there's currently only one direction for you to go in.
Oh, okay. Come on, Booyo, stop yelling. Let's head toward these doors.
We're headed there.
I don't
We're
think he's
going.
gonna come greet us. I think we gotta find him.
Let's do it.
He invites us to his home, and he's not even here to greet. What an unmannered host. I don't know.
You pass
Does
into
not have
the
manners.
Got him.
you pass into the great entry. There are
That's
cobwebs.
that 0 charisma PC.
Yeah.
You walk into the great entry. There are cobwebs that stretch between columns that support these giant vaulted ceilings. And streaming into this room is the sound of an organ playing.
Of course.
Which organ?
Talking like Hammond or B3? What are we talking?
Which organ?
Uh,
Liver?
definitely
Church.
liver. Pipe organs.
You're both awful in your own ways. Oh, no.
The torches in this room cast odd shadows across the face of 8 stone gargoyles that are squatting motionlessly on the rim of the doomed ceiling.
Do we have shadows?
You do not. Domed. I meant domed. I said doomed.
That's okay.
We're doomed. The ceiling's
You are.
domed.
Ceiling's
This
domed.
is foreshadowing
Yeah.
in its best form.
I didn't even realize I messed up until you said doomed. I was like, oh shit.
And now you're domed. Oh, wait.
He's been thinking this whole time, man, they're doomed.
Man, they're domed.
Along the walls and the ceiling, there's cracked and fading frescoes covered by decay. It's just a type of painting, I've learned.
Frescoes, bro.
So there's double doors, bronze to the east and to the north. Oh, I guess in front of you. It would actually be east. Sorry. Anyways, in front of you, to your left, there's a grand stairway that ascends to a second floor. The music coming from your right.
I'm looking towards where the music is coming from.
You hear just this majestic organ tones as an elf begins walking down the grand stairwell to your left. He has brown skin and long black hair, and he walks as quiet as a cat. He wears a gray cloak over studded leather armor and has a polished scimitar that hangs from his belt.
It's got that armor I want.
I know. He's got that scimitar he wants.
It's elf size, though.
My master is expecting you. The elf leads you through a torchlit foyer, I guess you could call it. I guess it's too deep to call it a foyer, but a small entryway. Torchlight just flutters through this vaulted hall, and your vision kind of turns into tunnel vision as you focus on this majestic organ music. And all of a sudden you find yourself standing in front of a well-crafted, decorated wooden door that is just slightly open, the music now swelling out from the slightly cracked door. And the elf steps out of the way of the door and makes a slight gesture towards you.
This is
Mimic
like the
his-
6th door.
Mimic his gesture back. And walk on through.
Mocking him? Yeah, I follow Boo.
Not really mocking him. In a respectful way.
Does the guy look dead in the eyes?
Make an insight check.
Oh boy. 16.
He does not look dead in the eyes.
Oh. So look at that.
As you walk through, there are 3 enormous crystal chandeliers that brilliantly illuminate this magnificent chamber. There's pillars of stone that stand against dull white marble walls supporting the ceiling. In the center of the room, there's a long, heavy table. There's a fine white satin cloth that covers the whole thing, and the table is laden with delectable foods: roasted beast, basted in savory sauce, roots and herbs of every taste, and sweet fruits and vegetables. There's a place set for each of you with fine dining and polished silverware.
Okay.
Exactly how many places are set?
And how do you know whose is whose?
Booyah has the higher chair.
There are
Hello.
exactly 4 places set, and sitting next to each one of your plates is a finely crafted brandy cocktail.
Oh, this is what he was doing.
She's a fine girl.
It's a crystal goblet filled with almost an orangish amber colored liquid.
It's not blood red. I'm not interested.
At the center of the far west wall, between floor to ceiling mirrors, which are giant in this vaulted ceiling, stands a massive organ. Its pipes blare out a thunderous melody that speaks in tones of greatness and despair. Seated at the organ, facing away from you, a single caped figure pounds the keys in raptured ecstasy. The figure...
I'm gonna approach the organ.
I am not following.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stay at the table.
I'm staying at the table.
I'm gonna take a seat.
While I'm going, I'm listening to and studying the rhythm and tones of what the individual is playing.
Don't forget to rosin up your bow.
As
And
you
rosin
take,
up my bow.
you do take 2 steps forward as the figure suddenly stops playing.
Oh. Well. That's disappointing.
Oh no, I'm so
I
scared.
look up to the mirror. Is there any opportunity to look back at us in the group through the mirror?
You can see yourselves.
Can we? Okay, we can see ourselves. Can I see myself?
You can.
Oh, interesting.
As the figure stops, a deep silence falls over this grand dining hall, and the figure slowly turns towards you. The man looks down at you, and his angular muscles on his hands and face are highlighted by the chandeliers illuminating this room. He sweeps his cloak behind him in a grand fashion gesture, and he catches each of your gazes. And for a brief moment, in that fleeting moment, you see a look of power and a look of poise in his eyes as the man steps down from the organ, and he sits at a well-decorated, heavy wooden, almost throne. Welcome to my home, Castle Ravenloft. Please sit down. Enjoy the drinks I've laid out for you. Just a moment, and dinner will be served. He sits at
Is
the...
it dinner?
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
He sits at the head of the table, and he picks up his brandy glass, which is the same drink laid out for all of you.
Well,
The drink is actually bubbly and gives off a aura or aroma of like honey and sweet citrus that seemingly masks the smell of the potent alcohol inside of it. He lifts his glass and gestures to all of you.
Thank you for accepting my invitation and being punctual. Booyo, of course this means you forgive me for losing my temper and cutting you down.
I raise my glass and just
Chin chin.
wink to the group and nod yes.
Subtle.
So subtly
Both
wink
eyes.
to the group.
Both eyes at the same time.
Now, with that formality out of the way, I'm sure you have your questions, so please feel free to ask what's on your mind. Don't be shy. You can ask about the history here, or even about yourselves.
What'd you do to Callie?
Callie here is living a lavish castle life. Her being as charismatic as she was, I thought potentially she could be a successor. That was foolish of me. Obviously, that bubbly girl has no drive. I
liked her.
I admit I sat her down and I tried to break her spirit, but she seemed to be tougher than I anticipated. So, now she has her chambers and lives lavishly within the castle. But I'm certain you'll see her again soon.
Does she have the choice to leave? Or is she a captive here?
I extend the same question to you.
You're asking me if you have the choice to leave, or if you're a captive here.
I'm asking you if you believe you have your choice to leave.
I believe I
she's a
do.
captive.
In this moment, I believe that we have the choice to leave. However, I don't know what on conditions.
If I will it, you may leave. My castle Barovia itself. Same with Callie. If I will it, she may leave. If I don't, she stays. Just like each of you.
What is it that we're doing here? What purpose do you have of us?
These are introductions, of course. I thought I'd give you some insight into myself. Let you ask your questions. And maybe I'd even tell you why I brought you here.
I'm only interested in how we can leave Barovia. How I can continue on my hunt.
So
It's
eager for
Some
answers.
way. Yeah. If there's something that we need to do for you, if there's something that needs to be accomplished, we would need to know. We've been wandering around here, Barovia, learning this and that about you and the Morning Lord and whatever else, deities and Vistani and the wine here. It's excellent, but it's beside the point. Was excellent. Not entirely sure why we've been brought here.
Answering that question is quite simple. You were brought here for my pleasure and my entertainment.
Well, have we been succeeding in entertaining you?
After that mishap, subtle moment of disappointment, you actually have been quite entertaining.
What is it that we've done that has pleased you?
You
What was
surprise
the
me.
entertainment?
You surprise me with your actions. I've brought many like you. Most don't even get past Barovia. The village of Barovia.
Yes. I was waiting.
Some hardly make it within the iron gates that greet you here. I've watched many groups disband, turn on each other, kill each other, and many take their own lives.
That's happened.
Each of you bring your own subtle nuances and differences, and you've been much more successful than I thought you would. Thwarting the attack at St. Andrew's? Well, that is what has caused me to consider you worthy of a conversation, a dinner invite into my home. As for leaving Barovia, there is only one way out, and it's if I will it. And I hate to disappoint you in your precious search, but you are just too entertaining to let go.
So there's nothing we can do to please you enough to earn a safe passage back to our homes?
There may be. That is undetermined as of now. But I will get a hold of you in a moment's notice if there's something I could foresee you completing for me outside of just pure entertainment.
Well, the food's good.
Food's not even here yet, is it?
We got snacks.
There's a bunch of food laid out already.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was actually.
It's a full meal. There's hors d'oeuvres. There's drink.
Booya's gonna blurt out, "What is it that you've done with us? Why is it that I have this insatiable thirst, and why is it that Gudrun has sprouted fur and Helena has had bugs all over her?
And why won't my voice stop cracking?
God damn it.
Adonis, you ruined the mood."
I swore I would
Sorry.
be the one to do it this time.
I was trying to just eat, but couldn't tell.
Adonis has his concerns
How
as
dare.
well. Why don't you answer that?
How embarrassing, Adonis.
I want to finish puberty already.
You understand that each of you died. I may be powerful, but I can't bring you back without there being some kind of repercussions. You did this to yourself. I merely brought you back.
There no way to return our bodies to normal?
Not in my domain.
God damn it.
Do you have any questions of us? We have asked many of you.
I
I just
sit
want to be polite.
in and I watch. I know plenty. I've watched each of you for years before you even knew of this place.
How do you know? How did you watch us?
Why us? Why'd you pick us?
You see, not everybody is lucky enough to be able to wield the power of the divine as you, Helena. The way you handled your swamp, and it reacted, it grew around you. That was interesting enough. I tire of the savagery the druids around here show. You are quite the change of pace. Gudrun, your constant fight between Grumsh's power and your goodwill and heart. Nothing's more entertaining than internal turmoil. Then I have you, Adonis and Buyo. Both tragic pasts that seem to align, but yet such different people. The charismatic, music-playing bard, someone I once considered a successor of mine, possibly, until he showed his temper again and again. And Adonis, the awkward, intelligent one. Your destinies seem to align so well, yet your personalities are so different. You see, I assembled you here for your likenesses and your differences. I watched your personal inner turmoil, along with the turmoil between you and your group. You don't think I put roadblocks in your way to separate you, to cause these problems? It's all entertainment for me, you see.
During all this, Buyo's going to be taking his vial that he concocted and dousing it in dousing his dagger blade, one of his dagger blades, with it as subtly as he can.
Oh my god.
Make a stealth check.
At disadvantage.
Oh. I was scared to ritual cast detect poison because I didn't want to offend him.
Are you going to?
I'm not.
Oh, hell no.
It's like, definitely not. I'm gonna cast it. Just kidding. I don't know
Secret
magic.
mage. We're all mages here.
The stealth check, Booyah?
15.
Sure enough, you douse your blade, and he seems to his eyes seem to be darting between each of you.
This is during his rant about why we're here.
Who is sitting
Sure.
next to Buyo?
Choose.
Oof.
That's how we're aligned
Alright.
in the screens. I got me, Adonis.
Here we go.
Helena, Gudrun.
We got Okay. We'll go left side of the
Roll.
table. Helena is odds.
We could roll a d4, and then if you get a 4, it's a reroll.
If it makes any difference, I'm not gonna do
Okay.
anything to you.
It's a 4. It's a 2.
Oh, wait, we have to
So-
assign numbers.
Oh, I was doing it right across the top of my screen.
Okay.
So Helena 1, Gudrun 2, Adonis 3.
Okay.
It's a 4 again. It's a 1. Helena is sitting next to Buyo.
Damn it.
It makes
This is what
sense.
puts
It really
it on
makes
our
sense
side,
for
Adonis.
Adonis and Gudrun to be on the other side.
Yeah, interesting setup here.
No, I would sit with Gudrun.
Part of the cards, baby.
Oh, Yug.
Yeah,
Do I
his,
see him detect? Do I see him doing this?
what is your passive
Your
perception?
passive would make it, right?
It's like bad.
It should be pretty high.
Should be like
10 plus 3 plus your wisdom modifier, so it should be like 17.
Oh.
8
That is
plus
17,
3
right?
plus wisdom.
Oh,
Is
so
it-
that's -2. 15.
Yeah, you and Adonis would notice.
Oops.
Gudrun would
What's
not.
my passive?
I'll
Yeah,
say
mine's
being
very
across
low.
the table,
Mine's pretty
I
low.
was probably not paying attention as much to him.
It is.
But
It is a tense scenario.
throw that as an option. Wanted to see what the layout was.
But I do not want to put down your accomplishments or put you each down. Like I said, you have surprised me and surpassed any expectations I had for the lot of you. Which is why I brought you here on goodwill and my word that you would have safe passage, and you would be able to leave here alive. You're no good to me dead.
But are we any good alive? For any of us? Is there any point to just serving you and entertaining you?
Well, you're not serving me, you're opposing me in my land. Conflict is the most entertaining aspect of the whole thing. It's very clear that each of you oppose me, and you want nothing more than to leave. Keeping you here is fun, watching you try to oppose me and unturn every stone in your attempts to get out. It is quite pleasing. So I do want you here, and I want you to continue to try to find your way out.
Until you confide us into your bedchamber. A mere prize.
I may have more uses for some of you than locked away in a chamber. But yes, until I tire of you.
Strahd, did you have a father? Did he not love you?
This is
Well, Helena, I did bring you here to elaborate on my past, which I will do. But first, I would like to get out any additional questions you may have, and then I'll give you all the information that you will most likely want about me.
How does time pass in the world that we came from versus this one? Like, are we kind of like, what kind of place is this?
Unfortunately, I have not seen anywhere outside of this place for centuries. I do
Then
not...
How did you get us and watch us?
Through scrying eyes.
Got him.
And my many servants, you see. Just because I can't physically leave doesn't mean I can't look out into the world around this place.
So you can't leave?
I, much like you, are stuck here myself.
Do you want to leave?
We can work together to get out.
I've spent centuries building my kingdom. I will not abandon it now.
Huh.
I just thought it'd be pretty entertaining. Imagine how big your kingdom could be.
You could just need a vacation.
Stratcation.
Weekend at
That would,
Strahds.
that would really chill him out. No, not Rukin at Strahds. We don't need that to suggest that. He doesn't threaten him. Drag his body around, puppeteering it. It's not too bad. I mean, I don't really have many questions. I'm just gonna sit this one out.
Where would you have us go next for your entertainment?
Don't say windmill.
Personally, I enjoy your bickerings and your tireless conversations about what to do next. That is for you to decide.
I hate to ask, but do you... I guess I'm not sitting this one out. Do you have anything for Buyo to keep him from going completely insane? We don't want the entertainment dying off too quick.
Well, you see, you've...
I take offense to that, Adonis. I'm not completely insane.
You're on your
Close.
way.
He's reached rock bottom of this curse. He is sitting there stewing and insatiably hungry, no matter what delicate cuisine I set out in front of him, or no matter the cocktail or wine I put in front of him. Regardless, this is rock bottom. You will, Buyo, need to feed if you want to get that rosy color back in your flesh. But he's not going to go any more mad than he already is. Speaking of curses, personally, I felt that Raj was out of line cursing Gudrun the way he did. The Vistani curse is meant for someone who truly wronged someone. Sometimes these are only given out once in a lifetime, if that at all. Merely besting him in battle was a cowardly move, and for that, I remove you of your curse, Gudrun.
You're no longer vulnerable to fire, but you still have your wolf boy curse.
Wolf boykers.
You were vulnerable to fire?
Yeah, it was a Raj thing that I decided didn't work. So
Good thing we put him in his place.
oh yeah, that thing.
Yes, the heroes of Valakai, the ones who cut down anyone who crosses their path, no matter their destination. Like I said, your complex dynamic just tickles me.
Come on, Helena, you got questions?
just
Kind of talked about not maybe bring this up.
Oh,
So you're a bachelor, huh? You have any
what are you doing?
interests? Not me. Yeah, I'm not trying to say me.
No, but what are you doing in general here?
Are you asking him?
No, I'm
Dear
asking
Helena.
you, Helena.
Just asking if he has anyone on his mind.
Why does that
Just,
matter?
just imagine this scene right now, like Helena and Adonis sitting across this large wooden table, like with this oppressive figure sitting at the other end of it, just like bickering back and forth about what they're doing.
And he's just enjoying it and fucking. God.
Well-
This image of like what I have pictured of your two characters right now is just bickering back and
Big
forth
evil
is
guy, and then
wonderful.
We're just like, no, we have this other thing. You wait. You and your ask me anything.
No, I mean, Strahd has a history of trying to get romantically involved with people in Barovia. I just want to know if there's someone he's got his eyes on, you know? I don't want to get in his way, or maybe we can help him, you know? A little bit of match.
Maybe you can help him.
Matchmaker.
Okay.
Besides, there's
Good
nothing
instro.
more entertaining than a little bit of love.
The Bachelor.
Peru edition.
You see, Helena, I plan to share with you some of my plans.
Oh, God. Oh, that was close. Gonna make me
Big
blush.
difference. There's a big,
damn it.
big difference.
Damn it.
You're enough for
Oh, English.
I plan to share some of my plans with you,
Oh.
including that. So if you have no further questions, I will go ahead and tell you my part of my story. Many centuries ago, I was a prince, a soldier, a conqueror. After my father's death, I waged wars on our family's enemies. I cut them down and watched them flee to this very remote mountain valley. Here is where I eliminated the last of our enemies, and named these lands after my late father, King Barov. I must admit, after conquering my enemies, I grew restless with peace. I brought wizards and artisans to my land and designed and erected this massive castle. Here, I named the castle after my dear mother, Ravenovia. When it was finished, I requested my mother and brother Sergei come and stay with me for a while. It saddens me to tell each of you that my mother passed on her journey here, never getting to see her namesake. Sergei and I got along just fine. That is, until I met Tatiana. She was a woman of great beauty and fine lineage. She would have made the perfect wife for me. But she fell in love with my softer, warmer brother Sergei, and that I will never understand.
For the first time in this conversation, Strahd goes from darting between each of your gazes, looking oppressive, to having a brief moment of vulnerability as he loses your gaze and enters kind of a 1,000-yard stare to the center of the table. He continues to speak, but he does not look up.
Originally, I looked the other way and I let them have their love. Then came their wedding day when everything changed. In a jealous rage, I murdered my brother, causing Tatiana to take her own life. My own gods turned on me, so I slaughtered the lot of them too. That fateful day brought the fog, trapping me and everyone in Barovia here forever. You see, there is no escaping here, not even on death, as I mentioned, unless I will it. Even if you die here in Barovia, your soul will aim wondrously, tirelessly, until it finds a newborn suitable for your soul. Reborn, you'll have no memories of your previous life. You'll just have an exhausted soul, growing even more exhausted with each time it happens again. It has happened long enough that there are some miserable bodies that walk around my lands without any souls. I have grown bored with such people in the same routine, which is why I brought you here, to alleviate me of this boredom.
Did Tatiana and Sergei's souls leave? Did you will them away? Or are they here?
I hope to show you why Irina is so important to me. She has my Tatiana's soul.
Ooh.
So did Petrina.
Yes. She will be my bride in her new life. But here's the thing, and why I brought you here. You've been oh so surprising, each of you. I did not foresee you having such a role in her life. And now you are hiding her from me. I warn you, this is dangerous behavior. If you don't believe me, take a look around Perez. That once riverside town thrived in the valley of Barovia. That is until the burgomaster and that priest of his decided to kill Marina. They did so just to keep her from being my bride. So I destroyed them, and I rose the river, flooded the town, killing scores of their people, and forever decimating their town. Trust me when I say This is one of the more lenient punishments I've given for taking my bride from me.
Booyah's just stewing in all this. Stewing.
I'll stew.
So the whole time during the conversation, in between his rants and answering questions, he's been eating, and assuming you're all doing the same, there has been servants who've walked through and replenished plates, set down different foods, and have even replaced your drinks with a bubbly wine.
Is this grape smash number 1?
No, but it is, you could guess, the Champagne de l'Estampe.
I will, when the drink is refilled, just ask, you do know that you're not going to have this very much longer. It's endless amount of drinks.
That is one of the great resources of the Vistani. I will miss the Barovian wine, but I gave it to the Martikals centuries ago to look after. They've been senseless, and apparently have lost their business. I will not meddle in such petty matters. I have my own stock, and I could send the Vistani at my will. You see, they can only leave these lands because I will it. And if they refuse to bring me my drink, they'll be without it as well.
Why do you allow the Vistani to travel freely?
Back when I was a soldier, I was greatly wounded in a battle, cut down and left for dead. When a wanderer actually found me, he took me into his home and he cared for me. He was a Vistana. Ever since, I've owed them a great deal, and letting them travel freely does not even begin to pay the debt I owe them.
If only a human wizard had saved you. This would be a much easier conversation.
The last human wizard who came here spouting about saving me got thrown through that giant glass window you saw hanging above the entryway.
Huh.
Who was that?
Fuck. I have his name.
Sorry.
What an odd name.
And why did he claim to
The caster.
save you, or be able to save you?
Was he peddling Christianity?
Oh my gosh.
I am sorry.
Oh man.
He spoke of the morning lord. My presence.
He knocked on my door on Saturday and said, "Sir, will you be saved?"
You know,
Come.
if Fidel Castro wasn't so terrible, that would be a great caster name. That'd be a great wizard name.
Castro.
Yeah, just. But alas.
His name was Mortok, and he was an admirable adversary. Mortok came here, and as much as I hate to admit it, almost bested me himself. Something I've never seen before. Someone who could find their way into my land, infiltrate my castle, and make me break a sweat. One man. But even that one man was struck down and killed, thrown from my very tower. He came here spouting about how he wanted to save the villages, save the people of Barovia, and release my spirit. He came here saying he could help me. And all he did was try to kill me.
Did you kill him? Did he survive?
Mortok is no more. I watched him fall into the depths of my chasm.
Rowing through the chasm would turn a man mad.
It would suffocate them. Their lungs would explode with the lack of oxygen. Let alone the impact. I can send you down there to find out.
Oh, that's not what I meant, and you know it.
That would be okay. I'd rather not.
I'd rather like having life.
Speaking of which, the weather the last couple of days has been lovely, thank you. I mean, maybe you should pepper in a few more days like this.
Well, I hope you
feel like it.
I hope you enjoyed it. Because once this conversation is over, so is your vacation.
Huh. So I guess we should just make this dinner last as long as possible. I really don't like the rain.
Before we go, I have something of a request for you, Strahd. I have something to give Callie. We had agreed on some terms for payment. And I owe it to her to give her this gold. I would ask that you would take it and give it to her. I'm telling her that we have not forgotten her.
I can do that for you. You can leave it with Rahadin when you exit.
I'd much rather hand it to you in person. She was a dear friend of ours, and it would mean a lot.
Booyo. You can set it on the table, and I will personally escort it to her as soon as you leave.
I'm gonna take the sack of gold and just step up from the table and start walking it to him. Strahd, I need to know that you and not one of your lackeys, one of your puppets, hands this to her and delivers this message.
You begin to approach.
And I'm approaching him.
And as you get right around to like the corner of the table, about 5 feet away, you see a grin come across his face. And you take a step, and you are pushed back with great force, crashing into a bunch of chairs, scattering just dinner plates, silverware coming crashing to the floor as this white light and this just like doof, emanates from a wall of force that's put in between him and you. You take 10 points of force damage as you fly 25 feet. And that's after the chairs, the table, and silverware had began to break your, I guess you could call it a fall.
Whoa.
Well, Strahd, no reason to be rude now.
I don't find this to be rude. It's a bit of protection. Not for me, of course, but it's protecting you from me.
Certainly we don't need protection from you. We've survived this long.
What would you like at the time?
We need to see a man about a windmill.
Leo just grits through his teeth.
Just a precaution. So as I mentioned, you can leave your payment on the table, and I will deliver it to her myself.
It's a pretty cool trick. gonna have to write that down about that wall.
Well,
Very cool.
I'm not the one that put it here.
Oh?
Like I said, it is protection of you from me. The same thing would happen to me if I tried to approach it.
Well, who put it there?
Wouldn't you love to know, Adonis?
Yes.
So inquisitive.
I mean... Oh, I see. I should just leave it.
These are one of the things I will leave for you to figure out yourself. I grow tired. Feel free to sit and eat as long as you would like. But I'm going to retire.
Before you go,
Oh.
let's say hypothetically we were to deliver Irina here or to you or to aid you in that endeavor. Would that put us in the same amount of debt, or you in debt to us that the Vistani are? If you're catching my drift?
If you delivered Irina here, definitely would be a conversation. Quite honestly, I see it this way. You probably have 2 tickets out of Barovia. Through me, which, let's be honest, is not favorable for the lot of you. The other ticket may just be Irina.
Well, that's a moral dilemma for us that we'll address in another day. I don't want to keep you up any longer than we already have. Adonis might.
Nope.
I will field any final questions.
If we want to contact you, how would we go about doing so?
You can
Shouting at the fog?
You can walk straight into my castle gates and find me.
Always open. That's nice.
Are we to assume that you're always watching, always listening us for entertainment?
How vain of you, Gudrun. It fits this new arrogance you found about yourself. You see, I can't spend every waking moment watching the lot of you. I have plenty of things to do. But I do watch. And I do notice. It's been a great help, some of your items you so happily parted with when you fell at that bridge. Which, before you leave, you may collect on your way out.
I just think it's funny because you said I don't listen and watch everything you do, yet here you are recording and everything we do. Strahd likes and subscribes. That's all I'm saying.
So ring that bell!
But I do miss that other orb. Just saying. Oh, I didn't even find out what it did.
So with that, another grand gesture, sweep of his cape, he turns and just begins to walk away.
Booyah, you got some balls on you, I know that.
I want to run up again, but I'm smarter than that.
Scrappy-Doo mentality. I got it.
I was just trying to give him the gold that I owed Callie.
I knew what you were about to do.
Just shrug it off.
I
don't know.
stand up and push my chair in politely.
I don't push my chair in. He has help for that kind of thing.
Oh, are there any like dried meats or anything that would keep on the road?
Dried fruits.
There's no dried fruits, but there are lots of like roots and herbs that you can take with you that would keep on the road.
Ooh, let's take some of that.
Yeah.
Is this rude?
Is this herb?
This is rude.
It's
I'm not going to
rude.
pick anything from the table.
He's just gonna let it go to waste or send it down to the group of people until it makes it to the people at the bottom who just get the slop. So,
Have a little self-respect.
all right, you're the one trying to offer up girls that you met just to get us out of here.
I was
You
just
have
trying to
some
get-
respect.
You don't know my intentions. I was just trying to get information that we could use one way or the other.
Tickets.
I bet it costs 2,000 miles to get a ticket out of here.
Is it where are our
Catch a bunch
items
of
that we had
butterflies.
previously lost?
Well, if you're still
Are
in the
they pretty clear?
if you're still in the dining room, there are no items here.
Is
Gotcha.
Elfman still here?
He has never been in this room with you.
Anybody other than anyone like a servant kind of guy?
You are the only
Okay.
ones left in this room.
Well.
Well, boys and Helena,
Are we supposed to sleep here or do we leave?
I would rather leave.
I would rather leave as well.
If he wills it. I gotta not tell jokes in his house.
Careful, Adonis. Eyes and ears everywhere.
Alright, well, I guess we go back the way we came.
Yep.
I'm not really in a snooping mood,
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave.
I'd
Helena
like to
can
melt
turn
into
into a
his
spider.
floor.
but I will try to, if whoever we find, ask where we can find our stuff on the way. I'm sure someone will escort us.
As you begin to walk out of the dining hall, there's the same brown-skinned elf that led you here. This time he is holding a brown burlap sack with his arm extended towards whoever walked out first.
Wasn't Helena.
It wasn't Booyo.
Me.
Grab that sack.
So he hands you a brown burlap sack.
I grab his sack.
Our sack.
Our sack. My sack.
I watch
The
him grab his sack. Our sack.
He hands it
Hey.
over to you.
Alright.
Party gifts. Alright.
I'll open up the bag as we're like walking away and just take items out one by one and hand
Whose
them
is
according
this?
to who's. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm
search.
doing. Like, whose is this?
Great.
There's a silvered short sword.
Short. Like Booyo.
There is a crystal orb.
Ooh.
Adonis.
Orb. Like Adonis.
Yes.
There is a vial of water with gold flakes floating in it.
I don't
Helena?
remember that.
If that was mine, then I totally don't remember that.
It's telling
Yeah,
us.
me neither. Hopefully it was
Telling us.
Helena's.
It's telling us. And then finally, there is a silver bracelet with a ruby inlaid in the silver bracelet in the shape of a dragon and a note that says, "To Helena from Callie."
It's Callie's bracelet. Helena, there's a note for you. I hand it to her.
Ugly cries.
Did we figure out that I didn't lose anything?
Yeah, they didn't take anything. He didn't take
There wasn't a
anything from
hand axe in there.
you. No, you're.
Can there please just be a random hand axe?
He didn't need
Half
one
a
of your items. Your wisdom's not high enough.
Ooh.
I don't know what that means, but nice.
Before I'm exiting the room, I'm taking a goblet or a fork or something and just hurling it at this unseen wall.
So you just pick up, we'll say an empty water goblet,
something.
and you just pitch it right at this, and the same thing happens. It comes like streaking right back at you. You dodge barely out of the way, and it goes clattering into the corner opposite of the unseen wall.
Ugh.
He's an angry elf.
Call me an elf. One more time.
So brooding, and maybe a little worried, each of you are led into the courtyard by Urhaden.
Feel like there's a boss battle stewing before we can leave. For entertainment.
You leave the castle. You are in the courtyard, standing at the entrance of the entryway that leads to the drawbridge. The portcullis still raised, waiting for you to leave. And this is where we'll pick up next week.
We made it out without attack.
I was worried.
We had a
think?
silly booyah.
We're not gone yet. We're just by the portcullis, my friends.
Man, I wanted to stab him so bad.
Every time
I
we
mean,
cross
Booyah
road,
wanted to
Booyah's
stab
getting
him so
smacked
bad.
out.
He's getting thrown 20 feet every time.
He doesn't learn. He's got that drive.
Okay, well, sorry, I really gotta pee, so I'm dancing around my room.
We can see you.
Yeah, I should tell everyone though, thank you for joining in. We've had 2 long episodes of role-playing. I'm sure we'll roll dice again someday. But I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And we'll be back with an episode next week.
See you at the windmill.
Yes.
Alright, so here's the master plan, right? We go get Irina and we go get Ismark. And then we explain
We
to
tie
Ismark.
Gudrun up because he's not gonna be a fan of what we do, and then the 3 of us deliver Irina to Strahd.
No, we act like we're gonna deliver Irina, but instead we bring Ismark and ourselves back. And then we're like, here she is.
Adonis would be
In a
cool with it.
All the note says is tell that little bitch Booyah he owes me money.